Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Yamunatira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Vihari Gopi Janavara Giri Varado Gopi Janavara Giri Varado Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Jamunatira Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Stuttarasita Shri Shrimad Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagat Guru A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Astutarasita Shishimani Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridasa Kura Ki Jai Prince Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shyam Radha Kunda Giri Garodhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadu Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Maya Ki Jai Ganges Maya Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gauda Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories to Sisi Guru Siddhi Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Pade Krishna Prita Bhutala Shamati Bhati Chitta Shamati Krishna Kadaya Prabhupada Shitan Manishi Gaura Karuna Shakti Bhakti Chitta Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Naruttamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashta Praisa Badresu Nityam Bhagavati Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama Bhakti Rivati Naistiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnanandjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Duparakamulam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Kaptakanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Vanamami Hari Priya Vanchakal Pataru Vyascha Upasandigaye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Tatarasima Bhagavatam Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9. Prahlad pacifies Lord Nrsimhadev with prayers. Text 35. Sattva-dhamma-yuniri ati-vishmita ashritabjam kale-na-divra tapasa parishuddha bhava Tvam Adamanisha Bhuvi Gandham Ivati Shukshmam Utindriyasa Yamaye Hitam Tam Dadasha. Translation and purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Dhira Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Brahma, who is celebrated as Atma Yoni, having been born without a mother, was struck with wonder. Thus he took shelter of the lotus flower. And when he had been purified, after undergoing severe austerities for many hundreds of years, he could see that the cause of all causes, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was spread throughout his own body and senses, just as aroma, although very subtle, is perceived in the earth. Purport. Here, the statement of self-realization, Aham Brahmasmi, which is interpreted by the Mayavad philosophy to mean, I am the Supreme Lord, is explained. The Supreme Lord is the original seed of everything, Janmadi Ashajata. Aham Saravasya Prabhavu Mata Saravam Prabhatate. Thus the Supreme Lord extends everywhere, even throughout our bodies. Because our bodies are made of material element, which is the Lord's separated energy. One should realize that since the Supreme Lord spreads throughout one's body, and since the individual soul is a part of the Supreme Lord, everything is Brahman, Sarvam Kalo Idam Brahma. This realization was achieved by Lord Brahma after he was purified, and it is possible for everyone. When one is completely in knowledge of Aham Brahmasmi, he thinks, I am part of the Supreme Lord. My body is made of his material energy, and therefore I have no separate existence. Yet, although the Supreme Lord is spread everywhere, he is different from me. This is the philosophy of Achinta Beda Beda Tattva. An example given in this regard is that of the aroma within the earth. In the earth, there are aromas and colors, but one cannot see them. Actually, we find that when flowers grow from the earth, they appear with different colors and aromas, which they have certainly gathered from the earth, although in the earth we cannot see them. Similarly, the Supreme Lord, by his different energies, spread throughout one's body and soul, although we cannot see him. An intelligent man, however, can see the Supreme Lord existing everywhere. Adantarasta Parmano Chayantarastam. The Lord is within the universe and within the atom by his different energies. This is the real vision of the Supreme Lord for the intelligent man. Brahma, the first created being, became the most intelligent person by his tapasya, austerity, and thus he came to this realization. We must therefore take all knowledge from Brahma, who became perfect by his tapasya. So that is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 35 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9, entitled Prahlad Pacifies Lord Nrsimhadev with prayers. Hare Krishna. Lord Brahma, who is celebrated as Atma Yoni, having been born without a mother, was struck with wonder. This morning we were hearing from His Holiness Bhakti Swami. He was talking about similar things. Lord Brahma. He was talking about Lord Brahma. In this verse is called Atma Yoni. Means he has no material mother. He was born from the body of the Lord directly. He is also Atma Bhu. He didn't go to any university to understand, to learn from any person. To learn from any person, like all of us did. And all of us, he went to school. Means what? One who is a foolish person doesn't know. Want to go to intelligent person, a knowledgeable person to know. Means we are all fools. Om Jnana Timirandasya. We are all born tamasik. We don't know anything. So we have to go to someone who knows. That is not only us. Our own grandfather, Lord Brahma, had the same experience. The same experience. He does not know where he was. He didn't know where he was. The first person to speculate, Lord Brahma, just like he's the first person to begin everything, material. So he constructed this material world. So he does not know anything. And when he speculated, where I am, what is happening here? He started speculating. Speculation cannot take anyone to the ultimate platform because it is based on ignorance. The process of knowledge is approached one who knows, not by speculation. Prahlad Maharaj, who is making this prayer, he also said, Matirine Krishna Prato Satova Mitubi Padita Griha Bratanam Adanta Kubi Bishatam Tamishra Punapuna Charvana Charanana Adanta Gubi. A foolish person who does not know anything. We cannot understand Krishna who have accepted the goal of life to be the science education. We can speculate ourselves, we will never know anything. We can approach other fools like us, we will never know anything. Even if you make conference to know, still the same thing. Because the formula is based on foolishness. We cannot understand anything. So, Vrindavan Das Thakur and Chaitanya Bhagavat. This Brahma, who does not know anything, it is mentioned here, he was struck with wonder because where am I sitting? What is happening? Where I am? He was doing all this thing. He left the lotus flower he was sitting and started tracing the stem. Still, he couldn't find anything. What happened for one who is in darkness. It's fear. When he touches water, what is this? What is this? Out of fear, he has to go back and sit down there in darkness. Doesn't do anything. She was struck with wonder, as he said in this verse, until those he took shelter of the lotus flower, and when he had been purified after undergoing severe austerities for many hundreds of years, did austerity. That is a process to understand that which is not known. It is necessary. The austerity is compulsory. Tapasheva param jutim bagwatan madoksaje. Sabuta guhaba some binta day and sa man. Austerity is compulsory. One cannot understand anything without austerity, materially or spiritually. To pass exam in school, what happened? Austerity is there. You have to forgo so many things. To gratify the senses, you need heavy austerity to be able to get the facility to gratify the senses. Heavy austerity is required. Heavy. That is material. It is most important in spiritual life. So the Brahma undergone austerity for many hundreds of years. Only after performing austerity that he became purified. He could see that the cause of all causes, the supreme personality of Godhead, was spread throughout his own body and senses. That is called Vasudeva. That means he realized Vasudeva. Vasudeva means what? One who exists in everything. Everything. He pervades everything. That is Vasudeva. There is nothing which is not Vasudeva. That is Vasudeva. From austerity, he came to realize this. Although very subtle, he is perceived in the earth, like aroma. Yes. The Brahma was able to see himself, not by speculation. He was able to see the Supreme Lord, not by speculation, by austerity. By austerity, he was able to see this. How he listened to the instructions given to him by the Lord. Do austerity. Then he performed austerity. So Vrindavan Das requires, after the Brahma performed austerity and he satisfied Lord Krishna, according to Bhagavatam, second canto, the Brahma satisfied Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was so happy and he shook his hand with him and said, well done, my boy. That is success in life. Success in life when our devotional service satisfies the supreme personality of Godhead. And Krishna will shake hand. And Krishna gave blessing to the Brahma. This benediction I have given to you stand for eternity. Whoever will come after you and perform the same austerity, you get automatic blessing. I don't even have to come personally to you. Anyone who did this austerity will get the same blessing. The same blessing as I have given to you. Let everything about me be known to you. Everything. So Lord Brahma was able to understand Krishna because of the austerity he performed, following the instruction given to him by Krishna. When the spiritual master gives instruction, in that instruction comes with the potency. And the potency will become manifest when the disciple accepts it. Then the potency manifests. And that acceptance makes the potency to manifest, will give you the intelligence and the process how to execute that to the successful end. That is the system, the process. So Brahma did. And Prabhupada concluded the purport by saying that we should also do as Brahma did. It's a Mahajan. But Brahma is a Mahajan. And we have to follow him. Speculation, as we mentioned before, does not bring realization. It does not bring perfection. It will increase our foolishness. It will increase our ignorance. It makes us go deeper and deeper into ignorance. That is why you see, those who speculate will not come to Krishna. This afternoon, there was a question. Those who speculate cannot come to Krishna because they are offensive to Krishna. They are very offensive. Krishna has no form. Krishna is not a person. Krishna has no senses. No form means there is no senses. No senses means there is no enjoyment. This is envy. This is envy. The mental speculators are envious of Krishna. Therefore, they can never come to a conclusion. The only solution is to follow the footsteps of Brahma by doing austerity. That austerity will purify our sinful activities. Then we can understand Lord Krishna as Lord Brahma did. He was able to see that Krishna pervades everything. Sarabam abritya twistati. The super soul exists in everything, it pervades everything. That means what? There is nothing which is independent. Pervading everything does not mean that Krishna has become everything. Yes, Krishna is everything, and also is still separate from everything. Is it not? Krishna pervades everything. How does he pervade everything? If you go to any office, you will see the Prime Minister picture there in office. Means what? His presence is felt there. But does that mean that he's living in every office physically? He still have his own separate place, do you not? That's what Krishna did. Krishna pervades everything by his energy. At the same time, he still have his own Goloka Evanava Asati Akila Atma Bhuta. That is of Krishna, Krishna's position. He exists in his transcendental abode Goloka, but from anywhere, from all directions, anywhere in the world, you offer Krishna something, he will take it. That is Krishna, the Supreme Personality. So we should not follow the speculative process by offending Lord Krishna. We should follow the authorized process established by the bona fide acharyas. Then we'll be able to understand everything. The example of aroma is given here. Aroma is given. Do we see aroma? Do we see? No. This garland, what is the most important thing in this garland? What is the most important thing in this garland? Thank you. The thread. The most important thing in this garland is the thread. Who is seeing the thread? Anyone here? See the thread? So, you intelligent person who knows, that the most important, without the thread, there's nothing like garland. You have flower, but not garland. Is it not? So, you know that the important thing in this garland is the thread. And physically, one is not seeing. So, if a foolish person tells you that there's no thread in this garland, how will you look at the person? He's a foolish man. Is he not? Similarly, when devotees see people speculating, Krishna has no form, how do you feel? He's a foolish man. He's a foolish person. He does not know anything. So, they will become free from their suffering condition only when they will have the fortune to meet a pure devotee. Prabhupada said, hear the statement of self-realization, Aham Brahmasmi, which is interpreted by the Mayavadi philosophy to mean I am the Supreme Lord is explained. Aham Brahmasmi does not mean I am the Supreme. I'm a spirit. Yes, that is correct. But we are not the Param Brahma. We are not the Param Brahma. We are Atma. We are Atma, yes, part and parcel of Krishna. But there is Parama Atma. We are not Parama Atma, we are Atma. There's a difference between Atma and Parama Atma. There's a great difference. And Prabhupada gave many examples. Many examples. A cup of water and the water in the ocean. You have the same quality, but quantity different. Yes, we are Atma and Krishna is Atma. Nitya, Nityanam, Chetananam. So we are different, we are the same, we're the same in all the way. Krishna is eternal, we are eternal. Krishna is conscious, we are conscious. The difference is Krishna achieved eternal and he maintains all the Atmas. That is the difference. So Aham Brahmasmi does not mean I am Krishna, I am Paramatma. The Supreme Lord is the original seed of everything. Janmadi Ashayata. And Aham Sarvasya Prabhava Mata Prabha Sarvam Prabhatati. This is Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Put together. Does the Supreme Lord extend everywhere, even throughout our bodies, because our bodies are made of material energy, which is the Lord's separated energy. Krishna is spread throughout our body, just like Atma spread throughout the earth. How does Krishna spread throughout the body? Any part of our body, if you pinch it, you feel pain. So Krishna spread throughout the body through consciousness. Consciousness. We are conscious of any part of the body, anything that happened to any part of the body, we are conscious, we feel it. Because consciousness is here. And the Supreme Conscious is Krishna, the Supreme Conscious, from where the individual conscious person is coming from. Janmadi, Ashayata. That is the origin, the birth of everything in existence which you can perceive, and that which is beyond what we can perceive. Everything is coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. This is Krishna. The same thing. Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. Sarvasya Prabhava. Krishna said, I own everything, both the material and the spiritual. Both the material and the spiritual. And it belongs to Krishna. Itimato bhajanti mam. One who knows this, they will worship me. So one becomes a devotee by understanding that Krishna is the supreme proprietor of everything. Bhaktaram Jagat Tapasham. Sarvaloka Maheshwara. When one understands Krishna's position, then one take to Krishna consciousness. We will take to Krishna consciousness according to how much you understand the personality of Godhead. That is why you see we also have different levels of advancement, even though we are doing the same thing. But our advancement are not on the same level, because according to how we know Krishna, we are going to function within that level. Yes. So Krishna is spread throughout the whole body. Not that Krishna has spread all over our own body and now we have become Krishna. Krishna have headache? Krishna have headache? Krishna's headache is spiritual. When we have headache, what do? We go to hospital. When Krishna have headache, what did he do? Krishna take pills? Eh? You have any doctor who can cure Krishna? The Krishna doctors are gopis. They're the doctors. Not the Kaviraj. Kaviraj is useless. He can only function here. The Krishna's doctors are gopis. Only they have the medicine to cure Krishna. What is the medicine? Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrahma Seva Mahanam. That is, they have the medicine to cure Krishna. No one else has it. Because it's not material, it's spiritual. So it is different, and this should be understood. It should be understood properly. Oh, Krishna has spread over everything. No, Krishna is everything. Yes, Krishna is everything because everything is his energy. That is his energy. In my country, a man will give his name to one of his sons that he loves very much. So they call him what do you call him? Yeah? John the Junior. The father's name is John, and the son's name is John the Junior. But he's called the Junior, not the Senior. Even though both of them are John, but one is Senior and one is Junior. So there is a difference. Out of affection, Krishna accompanies all living entities everywhere. That does not make Krishna become a living entity like us, a conditioned soul like us. It is his love that he accompanies all of us throughout, and see how much Krishna cares and love for us. Krishna goes to, when this living entity goes to hell, Krishna follows us there as super soul. But does he experience the pains which he will experience in hell planet? No, it's different. Because he does not participate in our sinful activities, our sufferings and enjoyment, he doesn't participate in it. Therefore, he's aloof. That is Krishna's position. Once you realize that seeing the Supreme Lord spread throughout one's body and seeing the individual soul is part of the Supreme Lord, everything is Brahman. Yes. Sarvam Kalo Idam Brahma. This statement confuses non-devotees. Aham Brahmasmi. Okay, yeah, Brahman. But are you acting like Brahman? Do we act like Brahman every time? Do we act like Brahman? Spirit. Huh? They speak nonsense. They speak nonsense. If you are Brahman, why you sleep? Brahman sleep? Huh? Why you sleep? How can Brahman sleep? Why you eat? Why do you eat? The spirit will eat. The spirit is self-satisfied. So why you eat? If you are Brahman, don't eat. Then I will accept you as a Brahman. If you eat, you are not. I will not accept you as a Brahman. If you sleep, I will not accept you. If you cannot do these things, you are eternally fixed. Yes. In devotional say, then I say, well, you are Brahman. Otherwise, it is foolishness. So, Aham Brahmasmi or Sarvam Kalo Idam Brahma does not mean that we are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is not the meaning. It means that we are all spirit souls and part and parcel of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have his qualities because we are his part and parcel. We are spirit soul. So, it is not a problem to experience eternality, because that is what the soul is. It is not wrong for all of us to always look for enjoyment, because that's the nature of the spirit soul. But we should try to understand that everything we do depends on the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And by acting on that way, we'll become liberated from material existence. So Prahlad Maharaj is offering this prayer to help us understand Lord Krishna's position, so we can surrender to him and purify our existence. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Questions? Anyone has a comment? Yes, there's a question here. The sound is so spread. I'm not concentrated.
Can I speak, Mataji?
No, there's a question from here. There's one question from here. One question from here. Yes, Prabhu.
Maharaj is answering there. Yeah.
The super soul accompany the soul even to hellish planet. Yes.
But it does not enter into the suffering.
He doesn't experience all the suffering the jivas suffer. Yes.
Because it was not involved in the wrong.
Because he doesn't participate with our enjoyment and suffering. Yes.
So can we say that the super soul is just there for monitoring us? Can we say that the super soul is just there to monitor our activities?
Can we say that the super soul is here just to monitor our activities?
Or if not, what is the influence?
Or what is the function of the super soul with us? Thank you. That was a question from here. The super soul is here to witness everything that we do. The super soul witnesses everything. Upadrashta. He sees everything. Anumanta. He gives permission for everything that you have to do. That is his function. He monitors everything. There is nothing which is not known. So that he can advise us and guide us by constantly remembering, always telling us what to do, what we're supposed to do that we're not doing. That is his function. Always. It's a guide. That is super soul's business. That's his function. Yes, Mataji, any question from there?
Yes, Maharaj. Kanchal Mataji, please go ahead, Mataji. Hare Krishna, good day. Please accept my most humble obeisances.
Hare Krishna.
Gurudev, my question is that Gurudev, I always try to attend your classes very attentively, almost every day. But Gurudev, this is my realization that whenever Krishna takes my test upon those teachings, I got failed every time. So where I am lacking and how can I improve that? How can I pass the test?
Okay, thank you. I listen to the lecture every day, but when the time comes for my examination, I always fail. So what is lacking? What is lacking is that we may listen to the lecture every day, but our attention is not also very strong. Therefore, we did not get everything correctly. That is why we don't pass the test. We have been doing like this. We have seen many devotees very regular in the morning program, attentively, and people glorify that. Oh, you know this Prabhu? Oh, you know this Mataji? Every time Mangal Arati, for years, they always come for Mangalati. Come what may, in rain, in winter, in summer, they are always there for Mangalati. Very nice devotees, so nice. But when you go to their house, they are watching television in their house, mundane movies. They are still struggling with the regulatory principles. They still take coffee and tea. They are still addicted to garlic and onions. The husband and wife, they are still fighting in the house. And also, discouraging their children from practicing. Don't go to temple regularly. Don't be too attached to Krishna. Don't be too attached to Krishna. This you should do after you are 70 years, not now. Which is Daksha's philosophy. That is Daksha's philosophy. Not Prahlad Maharaj's philosophy. Prahlad Maharaj said, now, from childhood. Daksha said, when they are old. So, this is many devotees do. That means what? We make a show of devotional service, but our practice is not strong. A student who has been very attentive in the class and is hearing nicely and practicing nicely will pass the exam. The student who does not listen carefully, does not practice carefully, will not will not pass the exam. Even if he has attended the classes every day, he will not pass. So to attend the class or to hear the lecture, that is very good, but we should really hear with the mind. We should really hear with the mind and engage our intelligence in practicing all that we have had. Then it will be very easy for us to pass the test. All right? Thank you for asking the question. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Why in everybody? So why sometimes the choices we make are knowing it is bad, we will still do it. So is Super Soul sanctioning that, or how does it happen? Because Super Soul is guiding us to do this is right, this is wrong, and all these things, right? But I see so many times, just even for myself or even in the family, I see that there are some choices that might not be favorable for us, but still they do it. So how is Super Soul sanctioning those, or how to understand that, Maharaj?
Okay, thank you. The Super Soul is guiding us attentively, very carefully, monitoring everything and constantly guiding. But why is it that we still do the wrong thing when we have the perfect guide who cares for us, loves us so much, does not sleep? Even when we sleep, the Super Soul is so attentive, so caring. He doesn't sleep as we sleep. Even when sleep, he's still watching us to help us, to remind us about many things which we want to do that we have forgotten. Why? Why? Still, we don't do the right thing with all this wonderful help. That was a beautiful question based on realization from experience. Yes, the super soul is constantly guiding us with affection, with the concern. But we are not accepting the guidance of the super soul. Therefore, we should do the wrong thing because we are not accepting the advice given to us by the super soul. There is no time super soul is not speaking to us. There is no time that he's not speaking. He's speaking always. We don't hear. We don't accept. Every time the super soul tells us, don't do this, our mind will say, just for only today. Then tomorrow you can stop. After all, it didn't succeed because you missed this. Now you are very intelligent. You know it now. So you do it will succeed. Then we keep doing the same wrong thing and not succeeding. So it's not because the super soul is not speaking, it is because we are not listening or accepting what the super soul tells us. That is why we are still doing the wrong things, even though we have a perfect guide. I told one disciple, don't do this. I said, don't do this. So, Gurudev, there's no loss at all. This is just pure love. I'm telling you, don't do this. No, Gurudev, there's no loss at all. This is not loss at all. This is pure love. So she continued. After 4 years, and she sent a message. I am very, very sorry. I destroyed my life because I didn't listen to you. Is it because you're not guided? She was told. I told her, don't do this. You were preaching to me. This is not lost, Gurudev. This is not lost. This is not lost. Love. Real love. Okay. Real love. Real love. You know what is love. So Guru does not know what is lost, what is lost. You know what is lost and what is good. Then you go to Guru. We go to Guru because who is the Guru? You or the Guru? A boy cheated, do what you want to do, talk and run away. Now he's crying, Gurudev. What to do? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know better. Yes. Was crying. I told my face away. This is what is happening. We don't listen to the Super Soul. We don't listen to the Guru. We do our nonsense when the consequences come. Oh, why, Krishna? Why am I suffering like this? Krishna, why am I suffering like this? We are suffering like this because we don't listen to Krishna. Krishna is warning. Bhagavatam has 12 cantos, 18,000 verses. What is it? It's for us. Is it not? It's for us. Why are we still suffering? Why are we still suffering? 18,000 verses is for what? It's for what? It's for us. Did we ask Krishna to give us this? Did we ask him for it? He gave out of his own sweet will. Is it not? Did we ask, how many of us say no Prabhupada? Before we came to ISKCON, who knows Prabhupada for us? Right? Now we are all sitting here. What are we doing? How much are we following Prabhupada? Look at the purports. Look at Prabhupada's purports. What are we doing with them? What are we doing with Prabhupada's purports? Speculation is still in our head. Our head is loaded, not with Prabhupada's purport. Our head is loaded with speculations. Oh, Prabhupada, oh, Krishna, why am I suffering like this? Because we are not listening to Krishna. That's all. That's all. Yes. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry. It's good to repeat. There's nothing wrong with repetition. You repeat so you can make it very clear. She's asking, how do we understand the super soul voice and our mind's voice? How do we understand? That was the question. Yes. The voice which tells us not to do it, that is super soul voice. The voice that tells us, don't do this. We have been doing this all along. Don't do this. That is super soul. The voice which tells us that there's no problem, only for today. That is our mind's voice. There is a saying from the wise people that in every person there are two dogs. In every person we have two dogs. Means what? The super soul and the mind. That's what it means. Two dogs means super soul and the mind. The two dogs, they are always competing. Which of them will win? The one which we are feeding the most will have strength to win. If you have two dogs, you are feeding one, you are not feeding the other one. The one which is not being fed will be lean and no strength. The one which we are feeding will have strength, will be strong. So if the strong and the weak one are fighting, the stronger one will win. Similarly, if we condition souls, we listen to the mind more than the super soul. What the mind tells us is easy to do. The mind tells us the easy thing, which is not easy. But the mind makes it look simple, easy. Yes, Mataji, oh Prabhu, if you wake up by 3 o'clock, you'll be sick. It's too early. Don't get up by 3 o'clock. That is too early. You'll be sick. You can get up by 6 o'clock. And then you have enough rest. Then you can do your job very nicely. But when you get up by 6 o'clock, the mind will tell you you are late. Then you start to rush everything and nothing will be wonderful. Everything, the job is not good. Whatever service you want to do, nothing will be good. But we continue every day. Even though we see it like this, we will not still get up at 3 o'clock. We still get up by 6 o'clock in the morning. That is the mind, because we give in to the weak side. This is our problem. We don't listen to the super soul. We listen to the mind because we are weak. Why are we listening to the mind more than the super soul? Because that is where our interest is. Our interest is sense gratification, not spirituality. Therefore, if I want to do something wrong, right? If I want to do something wrong, and two persons are here telling me, don't do it, you should do it, which one I will follow? I'll follow the wrong one because that is what I want to do. I don't want to get up by 3 o'clock. So the man tells you, no, you are very tired, you are very weak. Yesterday you have so much in the sink, I'll be sick, so much service, so much cleaning, so much processing, so many things. And then, no, you are so tired. So you get up by 4 o'clock. No, that is too early. You can get up by 8 o'clock. When you get up by 8 o'clock, then you are really refreshed. Very nice, you are refreshed. You can do nice japa. And then you'll be happy. But when you get up by 8 o'clock, the mind will beat you seriously, anxiety of not getting you at the right time. The same mind will beat you seriously. You are a fool, you keep on doing the same nonsense. See, you have 16 rounds to chant. How long are you going to do this? See, you have to go to office. See, you have to cook. See, you have to do this, you have to see. So many phone calls are coming, and all the phone calls are very important. If you don't answer this call, your life is finished. So what will happen? You are surrounded by anxieties. This is what is happening. This is a problem. Anyway, thank you, Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. There's one question from here. There's one last question from here.
It is wonderful class, and I like the presentation. I like one statement that you mentioned is speculation is offense to Krishna, or speculation is disrespect to Krishna.
Yes.
It's very nice. I like this. But one question can come about that is Krishna has given us mind independence.
Yes.
So why can't we use, is it okay if we use that mind independence and become independent for them? So,
We mentioned that, thank you. We mentioned that speculation is an offense, and speculation cannot bring us to Krishna. Because it's an offense, we're offending Krishna. We cannot live sinful life and realize Krishna. So the question was, we have minute independence. Minute independence is there. So what is wrong if I use my independence? Because that is my right. What is wrong for me to use that? Yes. We can use our independence. We can use our independence. What is our independence? Our independence is dependence on Krishna. If you don't use our independence in connection with Krishna, we are going to act wrongly because we are too tiny, means our decisions are not perfect. Therefore, our independence, our satisfaction, our enjoyment is not independent. It is in connection with Krishna. If it is done separately, we will not have the right thing. We will not have the right solution. We will not have the right thing. Therefore, our independence is to depend on Krishna. That is our independence. And then everything will work perfectly. Everything will work perfectly. So this afternoon, I was telling some devotees, my spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Maharaj, in one of his many prayers, he said, my dear Lord Krishna, my independence, my free will is my problem. It's my problem. I don't know how to use it. Therefore, I'm surrendering it to you and beg you to show me how to use my free will. Because when you use it for me, it is a success. If I use it for myself, it's a failure. I always put myself in trouble. Therefore, I am giving you my free will. I'm giving my independence so you can help me to use it for me. This is how we can use our free will. And when Krishna is directing and guiding us, Krishna said that in Bhagavad Gita, 1856, 57, 1857, 57, Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, text 57. Okay. Chetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasya matpara buddhi yogam upasitya makchitta satatam bhava. In all activities, just depend upon me and work always under my protection. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. This is our independence. This is our independence. Then the next verse he said, Mokchita sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi ata chittam ahankaran mat surashyasi vinakshasi. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. Make sense? Thank you. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Jai Goda, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
We cannot hear you, Mataji.